Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's Diego here in northern Florida, in the panhandle of Florida, near Pensacola, north of Navarre, with the lovely Karina, my beautiful prometida, who is originally from Venezuela, but now living as a legal resident of Bogota, Colombia. And we're waiting for our K1 visa. We're waiting and waiting and waiting, but that's okay. It's just time, and time passes. The earth continues to rotate, ladies and gentlemen, and time continues to go by. So you will get your K1 visa eventually. Just be patient. But this video is about when Karina, or when your beneficiary gets to the United States, you get married, you get your 2-year green card, and then you get your 10-year green card. And this is your right, Mr. Beneficiary, Miss Beneficiary, as a 10-year green card holder, as a lawful permanent resident of our constitutional republic, the United States of America. What are your rights now that you are here? Come on along and I'll give you a heads up. Well, right off the bat, you have a right to live in the United States as a lawful permanent resident. Okay? So long as you do not commit any crimes that will get you deported. So keep your nose clean, stay out of trouble, be good little boys and good little girls, and you can live in the United States without worrying about being deported. On a 10-year green card, you are here to stay, which is good, okay? You have a right to work in the United States of America. You have a right to get a job and support yourself and help your family, okay? Now, some jobs are going to be limited, obviously, because you are not a U.S. citizen, and some jobs require a security clearance, like if in the military. If you join the military, you can join the military, but you just can't have access to some information because it's a secret, and we don't want you to know what it is until you become a U.S. citizen. So go ahead and get you a nice job and make lots of money in our capitalist constitutional society here in America. You have a right to be protected under our laws. The United States of America, ladies and gentlemen, is a constitutional republic, not a democracy. Now, communist Venezuela is a democracy. There's a big difference between the two. A constitutional republic and a democracy, there is a huge difference between the two. So it's important that when you come here and become an American, that you understand that what the difference is in our government and what our country is. For example, Colombia. Colombia, where my fiance lives, is a constitutional republic. And in fact, Colombia copied our Constitution and ratified it on July 4th, 1991. Our Constitution was signed and ratified on July 4th, 1776. So Colombia copied us because our form of government is total representation of everybody. A democracy, a full-blown democracy, is not. Okay? Read some of the Federalist Papers. Read some James Madison Federalist Papers and get educated on what our country is all about. As a lawful permanent resident, you get to pay taxes. Ooh, yuck. Ugh. Yes, indeed. You get to pay taxes, okay? Income taxes. So when you come to the United States with your, ideas and your entrepreneurial spirit, and you've got married to your sponsor, and you're living happily together, and you have boundless opportunities here to make as much money as you want or as little money as you want. It's up to you, okay? It's up to you and how hard you're willing to work, okay? But if you make $1 million or $100, you're going to pay taxes on your income. So learn how to do that. You don't have to pay someone to process your income taxes. It's easy to do. Just like filing a K1 visa, you don't have to pay somebody to do that. Figure it out, okay? You're smart. You guys can do this. Now, as a lawful permanent resident, okay, it is your responsibility to learn about how our government works, because one day in the future, you may want to become a U.S. citizen. Now, at the moment, if you've got your 10-year green card, you're not allowed to vote. You can't vote, Okay, only us citizens can vote, and you can be deported if somebody catches you voting as a green card holder. You can get booted out of the United States, okay? But learn all you can about our governments and how our country works. And then decide what you want to do, and decide once you become a citizen, then you can participate in the electoral process. And we have what's known as an electoral college, which means that, you know, not one particular district in the United States can control the whole country, okay, which is a democracy. In a constitutional republic, you have what's known as representative governments. You have members of Congress, and the congressmen and the congresswomen represent you in your district. That's a constitutional republic, okay? Learn about it. Get educated on it. Now, if you are a male aged between 18 and through 25, and you have a 10-year green card, you must register with the Selective Service, okay? And you can do this at a post office. Now, what this means is that if we go to war and we're going to need you in the military, we're going to know where to find you because you registered with Selective Service. So if you're between 18 to 25 and you are a male, register. It's part of, because when you apply to become a U.S. citizen, one of the questions they're going to probably ask you is, did you register for Selective Service? And if you didn't, that's a big problem. That's like not getting married in 90 days, okay? Do what you got to do. One of your rights as a green card holder, a 10-year green card holder, is that you can sponsor other family members to come to the United States. If you want grandma to come live with you, okay, or if you want your great uncle Tito to come live with you, or brothers and sisters, for example, or your cousin, or your primo, whatever, you can, as a green card holder, a 10-year green card holder, you can sponsor other family members to come to the United States. Now, it's a long process, right? You understand it's a long process, but you have a right as a green card holder to do that. So if you miss your sister, you know, and you want her to come live with you, with your sponsor, file a petition. Pay the money. It's a long wait, but there you go. Now, as a green card holder, 10-year green card holder, you qualify for government-sponsored financial aid for education. Okay, so us taxpayers, because now you are a taxpayer, you are now qualified to apply for government-sponsored financial aid for education. So if you are a year away from getting your bachelor's degree, look into getting government aid, okay? You also qualify for in-state or resident tuition rates. So, you know, if you're a green card holder and you reside in Florida, you can get the in-state tuition rate for college education, the cost. So when you pay your college tuition, you're going to pay as an in-state resident. Now, if you were here as on an education visa, you're going to pay the full pound. You're going to pay it all. You're going to pay out of your butt for your college degree. But if you are a green card holder, you're going to get tuition. You're going to pay the in-state tuition rate for like an American citizen would pay. You have a lot of rights and responsibilities as a resident, permanent resident of the United States, okay? Become accustomed with the United States, learn about our history, study our Constitution. If you don't speak English, that's okay. You know, if your first language is Spanish, go online and look up the U.S. Constitution in Spanish, okay? Learn how to become an American. Become an American. Prepare yourself to become an American. You have a lot of rights. What's the First Amendment? What's the Second Amendment? What's the Fourth Amendment? What's the Fifth Amendment? Okay, learn about these things because they are your rights as a green card holder too, not just American citizens. Okay, if you want to protest the government, you can. Just do it lawfully and calmly without violence. Okay? To all our friends around the world watching these videos, we make these videos to help you. Whether you're in the K-1 visa process, the CR-1 visa process, or if you are now a green card holder, 2-year green card holder is probationary, which means you better behave yourselves for 2 years, and then you have to lift the conditions off that green card, and then you get your 10-year green card, and you become a lawful permanent resident, okay? We have friends in the Republic of Georgia watching our videos. We look forward to when these folks get their K-1 visas processed and come to the United States and relocating here. We got friends in Dubai watching these videos. Okay, Dubai is a pretty hot place. I think, what's hotter, Dubai or Florida? I don't know, I've never been to Dubai. And we have friends in Australia, also down under. And I know that koala bears like eucalyptus leaves. Is that true? I don't know. But Australia is a beautiful country also. We thank you for watching. If you are planning on coming to the United States to live, we welcome you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm drinking a Mountain Dew. I was in Colombia for 10 months. I couldn't find a Mountain Dew. They didn't have a Mountain Dew. But, oh, it's green. It might mess up on the green screen. But I'm drinking a Mountain Dew. I'm eating some Raisinets. And we will see you in the United States very soon. If you're waiting for your K-1 visa, you're going to get your K-1 visa. If you're qualified for the benefit. If you're waiting for your CR1, IR1 visa, you're going to get your visa. If you're on a 2-year probationary green card, behave yourselves for 2 years. Don't forget to lift the conditions of your green card. And then if you are on a current 10-year green card, these are your rights as a lawful permanent resident of the United States of America. Thanks for watching, and we will see you soon in the United States.
I'll be back.
911.